What's going on, folks? Phil here with a special vlog, a quick walkthrough vlog, because the other day I decided to redecorate the place a little bit. As you know, there's been some changes around here recently, and I said, you know what? I just want to make it look fresh or look new or do something different with the house so that it feels like, I don't know, like I'm moving forward. You know what I mean? That something's different, not that it's stagnant or stuck where it was for the last 3 years that I've lived here. And one thing I realized as I was upstairs in my office the other day, I was already going through the office looking for something completely unrelated, and I said, holy shit, I have all this artwork that I had bought over the years, you know, gaming related, pop culture related. And I never did anything with it. I basically just left it lying around in the closet wrapped. I never even unwrapped it from the move from Connecticut to Washington State. So I did a little bit of decorating. What I want to do is walk around the house quickly and just show you kind of what the house looks like in regards to, you know, where it is right now. So first of all, walking into the living room, yeah, I have, if we can believe it, I actually have different pillows for each kind of season, throw pillows for my big, you know, sofa here. But I always had this big splash artwork right here on the wall of the living room because I thought it was nice because we live in Washington to be reminded of some nice waves. You know, I used to have them out in Connecticut. We really don't have this out here. You don't go to Washington to go to the beach, you know what I mean? And I'm not in a beachy area either. So this was nice to have in the living room, but we got a nice skyline of Seattle over here hanging above the fireplace. But then over here, I hung my Super Mario Bros. 3 artwork. So this is by Square Painter, the guy who I used to buy artwork from all the time, and I've given many plugs in my videos back in the day. But it's been quite a while since I've been to any conventions or anything like that, and I certainly don't have any money to spend on this kind of stuff anymore, which is why I'm happy I actually partook in a lot of his stuff back when I had the money to do it, before I ever moved out here. So Super Mario Bros. 3, nice big painting hanging there on the wall in front of the couch, okay? Of course, I got various movies and things that I've been watching recently. You know, the series, Dragon Ball Z, Rick and Morty, which, you know, I believe Tyler sent me. Thank you. Shout out to him for sending that to me. I appreciate it. Nothing really to see in here. This hasn't changed much at all since I moved here. We got this nice fall painting. It's not really a painting, of course. I bought it from IKEA. It's one of those things you stretch out, you know, you put it there. But it's nice, something for the big, giant, empty wall that was there. And then here is the dining room table with 400 fast food coupons. Because what I do is I look for DSP tries at, gee, do they have a new item? And if they do, I see, you know, these are the coupons that come in the mail, and I see, do I have a coupon maybe to save some money when I get those items? I know it's funny, the whole side of the table now is coupons for fast food, which is funny because I only eat fast food maybe once a week, if that now. So this is like, even though it looks like it's so much, I barely ever even eat at these places. There you see my DVD collection, giant, right? Giant DVD collection against the wall there. The kitchen is exactly the same, nothing has changed. So I'm not even going to bother, you know, doing a walkthrough of that. But as for other artwork, you know, I've always had this flower kind of painting in the front hallway. But it kind of sucks because originally what I wanted to do is I wanted to get 2 and put one here and one here. But this ended up being so big, you can't get another one and fit it there. So kind of a bummer. And then I never ended up doing anything, so it's still kind of bare there. That's my laundry room. Woohoo. I'm sure you're very excited about that. One thing I need to do, I need to find something for right here, because this is where my Christmas tree goes from, you know, December to, say, late January. Actually, most of November. I usually put it up right after Thanksgiving. But this is so bare, you know, and I just haven't really found anything good to put there yet. I don't know if I want anything gaming related. I think maybe a more generic painting, like, you know, like the ones I'm about to show you, those. Maybe something there. I don't know, but really nothing is stuck out. And the other thing is, you can tell the previous owners, these are all screws and nails from the previous owners. They had something here that was level, and I don't know what it was, but if I could find something long like that to just hang on their existing screws so I don't have to make more holes in the wall would be good, but I really haven't taken any time to look, especially because right now, I don't think I should be spending any money on stuff like that. So hitting upstairs, this is the same pictures that I always had since we moved here. In fact, I bought these in the summer of 2014, but was having a lot of issues hanging them because I wasn't sure how to hang things. I knew how to hang things to make, you know, holes in the wall, but I didn't know how to properly, you know, do the wiring and everything in the back. So when my parents visited in the Christmas 2014, my dad actually showed me how to do it and helped me hang these here on the staircase, which was very nice of him. So heading upstairs, this is really what you guys are going to want to see because I have turned my upstairs hallway into pretty much an art gallery, okay? Which is pretty cool because I've had artwork, and we're actually gonna look at the bedroom too. I've got art hanging in there now too. Since I moved here, these things I've had, they all were hanging in Connecticut, in my condo there. I just put them away, you know, out of sight, out of mind, right? And I never really bothered anything with it. And you know, the other night I'm walking through the house, I'm like, my God, I lived here for 3 years. This house is fucking empty. What am I doing? I have all this nice artwork I paid tons of money for years and years ago. I gotta use it. So I did, so I busted it all out. So we're gonna take a look in a moment. So first of all, this is the CM Punk commemorative plaque that was issued in early 2013 after he had held the WWE title for 434 days, okay? Pretty nice. Now it's funny because then after that, if you remember, they unified it and then they split it up again. So stupid, right? But anyway, yeah, CM Punk, the longest reigning WWE champion in 25 years. And I bought this on a whim. I didn't even know about it. And someone told me about it. I said, oh shit. And I rushed to the site and it was there available. I bought it. Dude, this sold out. I'm not even kidding you. It sold out within an hour online. So I was number 377 of 434 that were ever sold. From what I'm gonna understand, this plaque is worth a lot of money because it's got both the signatures of CM Punk and Paul Heyman, you know, plus this layout. And of course, CM Punk left the company shortly after. It was what, 2014, I believe, when he was so disgruntled with what they were doing with him that he left the company completely. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is worth a good amount of money. I haven't looked it up on the internet, but at least I heard it was. So now let's go through the entire, it's so funny because look, it actually looks like an art gallery, doesn't it? And could you just imagine little like plaques on the wall under each thing saying what they are? All right, so let's go through what they all are. First of all, here, this was the collaboration between a bead artist and the square painter. Square painter painted the background and a bead artist made all the beads for it. This is the Sparkman boss fight from Mega Man 3. He's actually using the Shadow Blade from Shadow Man ability against him because that's his weakness. Pretty cool, right? All right, here we've got a classic scene from the Punch-Out video game on NES, or the Famicom, whichever you want to call it, depending on where you live, that was turned into a meme around the time that I bought this painting. Remember, it was the, I'm not going to say it, stole my bike meme. So yeah, it's that scene. It's the trainer riding the bike and Little Mac chasing after the trainer, trying to basically work out, you know, to prepare for his fights coming up in boxing. Pretty cool. Here we've got one of the few pieces of artwork I have hanging that's not like video game related, Dr. Doom, from an artist called Madak, and this is all hand done. It's real, you know, paint. You can tell he did it. It's not a reproduction, it's an original. This is the only one on the earth of this painting. It is fucking gorgeous, man. I love this painting of Dr. Doom. Really nice, and it fits perfectly right here between the bathroom and the hallway. Like right here, the perfect spot for it, right? Moving forward, we've got a bathroom. Very exciting. I'm sure you wanted to see that. Another Mega Man piece of art. This again, square painter and the bead art guy. Although it's funny because in this one, he didn't paint anything in the background. It's just blue, right? So it really isn't square painter. This is Mega Man 2, the Airman boss fight. So there's Airman throwing out his air, and this is Leaf Man's ability, Leaf Shield, which is the weakness of Airman. So pretty nice. Again, wouldn't it be awesome to have like a plaque here, Mega Man 2 Airman boss fight or something? That would be pretty sweet. Behind me, and this one's hard to film because it's very wide, so I'm going to try to get it from an angle here. This is Ninja Gaiden 2, the opening introduction sequence, where you're first introduced to the new villain. And I've actually played Ninja Gaiden 2, so if you'd like to see this actual screen, you can find those videos on DSP Gaming where I tried to play Ninja Gaiden 2. I think I did beat Ninja Gaiden 2 legitimately. I don't think I beat Ninja Gaiden 1. I think I tried to beat 1 and I couldn't, but I'm pretty sure I beat 2. But anyway, you could find that on my channel, and there you go. Pretty awesome scene from Ninja Gaiden 2, right? And then directly behind me, I've got, of course, the iconic boss fight from Super Mario Bros. 1, with Mario with the Fire Flower ability shooting fireballs at Bowser, who is tossing his hammers at Mario on the boss bridge. Pretty sweet, right? And again, that's square painter. So, great quality stuff. And what I really like, here's what I really like. If I turn around right here, take a look at what this looks, just look. Art on both sides, and even going all the way back into the bedroom, you see artwork, right? How cool is that? This is so much better. These walls were completely bare. You know what it is, when I moved here, and we're about to check out the bedroom too, so I can show you the art in there. When I moved here, I set it up somewhat, but then I got so wrapped up in the business itself and keeping the business afloat and everything, I never took the time to go back and do stuff like this. And I feel bad because this artwork has been sitting around for 3 friggin' years, gorgeous art, right? That could have made my house look nice. You could have seen this in vlogs and videos, and instead I just fucking left it wrapped in my closet like an idiot. I finally slapped myself out of it the other day. I said, no, I gotta do this. So, alright, so now, real quick, we're going to check out the bedroom. There's not too much to look at in here, okay? It really isn't. But a bed, a TV with nothing under it because I got rid of the cable box because it wasn't even working. Above my bed, I have artwork of Italy. It's supposed to be like an Italian countryside. This is a reproduction. It's not an original. You know, it's not an original like the freaking Dr. Doom out here. No, this is a reproduction I bought from like a local variety store or whatever. So it's not real and it wasn't expensive or anything. That hangs above the bed. But then over here, I've got 3 paintings from a longtime fan who I haven't talked to, I'm not even kidding, since like, I think the last contact I had with her was 2013. Yeah. So there was a girl who did videos on YouTube, and she painted, and she was a super fan of my stuff, okay? And she sent me a bunch of artwork, basically. And these are the ones, this one I had hanging in Connecticut, in my condo in Connecticut. These other 2 were packed away, and I never unpacked them. Like, I just looked at them briefly and left them in the original packaging. And because I got them, I believe I got them in late 2013, but I didn't have anywhere to hang them in Connecticut. That was when my condo in Connecticut was getting super cluttered as it was. And then when I moved out here, I completely forgot I had them. So how cool is this? This is nice now, right? Now the bedroom looks good because now you've got all this artwork surrounding. It's no more bare walls like it used to be. And honestly, the only other thing I'd like to show you is that way back here in my storage, like, oh God, it's creepy, there's no light. Oh, there it is. I've still got a ton of these statues that I never sold. If you remember a couple years back when I first moved to Washington, I was looking to raise extra funds, and I sold a bunch of these. I still have a ton. I've still got the replica assault rifle from Gears of War. I've still got the replica portal gun. I've still got the replica assault rifle from fucking Mass Effect 3 that's worth like $500-$600. I've still got, look, She-Hulk. I've still got the Hulk, the giant one, the Joker figurine. I've got so much stuff back there that I never got around to selling. There was a lot of it that I was listing, and people were jokingly bidding on it and then withdrawing their bids and being dicks about it. And it got to the point where there was so much of it that I said, I'm just going to put it on hiatus. It's now been 2 years. So maybe what I'll do, because I don't think the online route's really going to work for me, selling stuff online, because so many people try to troll me. Maybe what I'll do is I'll look in the state of Washington if there's anyone who has like a business of collectibles and see if they'd be interested in picking some of these up. Because hey, at this point, I have no plans on putting them out in the house, and any little bit of money is going to help, you know? So we'll see. But anyway, I just want to show you, I still have a ton of those in the back over there. You know, of course, I hear this furniture extra shit, you know, is lying around. What are you going to do? That's what the Nook was for. It's kind of like the odds and ends of the house that don't have anywhere to go. The old computer chairs that are all busted now, and I never found anywhere to put them. I believe I could go donate them somewhere. Not really donate, but like toss them somewhere. There's somewhere you could dump them, but I don't know where. So, a final look at my upstairs art gallery in my house. I love it. I think it looks sweet. Like I said, if I had frivolous money, I would buy little metallic plaques underneath that would say what each one is, and it would actually look like an art gallery up here. But I don't have any money to blow like that. So hope you enjoyed it. And no, I didn't hang any artwork in the office. You might say, well, why doesn't Phil hang any artwork in his office? My office doesn't have room. Look, all the walls of my office now have the soundproofing foam on them. Okay? Like every available spot where you would hang a piece of art, I have soundproofing foam. There's nowhere to put. The only room I have in my entire office to hang anything, my YouTube play button. For getting, you know, what was it, 100,000 subs on DSP Gaming? That's it. It's the only, there's no room in here to hang anything. So this is just solely for work, what you see in here. That's it. Okay? Alright. That's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the art walkthrough. Hope you found it entertaining. Thanks for watching.